Hello everyone, welcome once again with your boy Crow Investor. So in today's video I'm gonna talk a little bit about the things or the moves I did in this market. I'm gonna talk first about the broad market and trying to give you some kind of relief in terms of maybe moral support and stuff like that, because I do understand that in these times it's really hard to keep on investing and it's really easy to head for the door and just don't think about it anymore. But before getting into that, I apologize, I haven't been making videos lately, but it's just like motivation. I'm like demotivated, new workplace, not new workplace but new work position, and a little bit of stress there, and the situation with the pandemic, or hopefully the endemic now gets better, because I just want to travel and enjoy life, right? So first of all, we're gonna talk about the stock market. Yeah, stock market is bad, all know it. It has been bad like since I remember, like last year. I think it was around before summer. Of course, before summer we had the dip in May, April, and we went up a little bit. I think it was November or something like that, September something, and then we went down because some uncertainties. It has to do with inflation and stuff. And even though I do like following this kind of news when it comes to inflation, when it comes to the Federal Reserve, what they are doing in terms of raising rates, when they are raising rates, how much are they raising rates by, even though that I don't let it kind of influence my decision in terms of investing, because my thinking is always ahead of what the market's gonna do. Like Federal, let's say for example a recession hits, right? When we look at the history, even if it hits, it's gonna take some years, of course, and after that it's gonna recuperate and it's gonna go up eventually, right? Why am I gonna try to time the market now and try to get off the market and get back and time the market? We know that it's not easy, it's almost impossible. That's why we don't see like billionaires running around, right? So even though I understand some of the YouTubers, and even though the biggest YouTubers like Meet Kevin or something, they just they are going like letting the market be and trying to find time in the market to get in and stuff like that. I feel like it's more stress than what you would have done. Like for me personally, I just feel like, okay, I'm just investing as much as I can with my income, and just like find companies that I believe in the long run. Other than that, I'm down. Of course, I'm down a lot, but still, I feel like when the things comes by, right, you're gonna make more money as well. So if you are stressing, don't stress. Of course, this is not financial advice. I don't need to say it every time, but don't stress. Just think long term. Think at these prices. If you like the company, right? Don't look at the price. This is the thing that I feel like people make, the first mistake they make. Even though I don't say that I'm an expert by no means, but I feel like people, their first mistake is trying to combine stock with the company. So the stock is doing bad means that the company is doing bad. Like, it's not necessarily the case, right? Let's say for example you own Tesla, the company. You own Tesla, the company, and the market crashes. Are you gonna sell Tesla? Even though you are doing everything fine, increasing revenue, earnings, everything is doing well, you are still growing at fast pace. Are you gonna sell it? I don't believe so. Same thing with Palantir. If the markets crash and you know that you have a really good product, are you gonna sell it? I don't believe so. So why sell it? Why sell its stock? If you believe that if you had the company you wouldn't sell it, why would you sell its stock? Just because you see pain, you see red, and you feel like, oh no, I'm going down more. I feel like the problem is people look at their portfolio shrinking and they don't look back where they are coming from, right? They don't look back and see like, oh, I made money, so even though I'm losing money, I still have made money before. So what you should focus on in, okay, how am I gonna make money in the long term? 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, even 10 years from now. And then those prices will make more sense to you, and you will obviously try to gather as much shares as you want, as you can, to make more money in the future. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla, when I looked at the chart before, I think from 2000, I think 12 or 11 or 13 to 2016, 17, something like that. 6 year span, it didn't move. Imagine you are holding a stock when in 6 year span, it's not moving, it's barely moving. And everyone else who own other stocks, they are going up. Look at how mentally it would be like taxing on you. But if you are looking at the company, you're like, oh shit, they are executing, they are getting, you know, more revenue, they are growing, but the stock is not reflecting that. Oh shit, this is a good thing, I'm gonna buy as much as I can. And we all know that people who bought at that 6 years period, they make money they would never have thought they would make now with Tesla stock. So I believe that's the same thing when it comes to Palantir, and I'm gonna talk about my moves, what I did. So what I did is, first of all, I watched it was what it is. It was some kind of presentation. Corsair did a presentation last month, I think. The presentation where they talked about, you know, Corsair, about the product. It's kind of like shareholder meeting, kind of, you know. They talked about their, you know, their products, what they are expecting to do in terms of revenue and stuff like that. I think it went under the radar because it's not their Q4 earnings, so people didn't watch it as much, but I did watch it. And I saw that they expect to grow between 12 to 13% every year, and I feel like a lot of us people were expecting 20% plus in terms of growth with the company, but they believe that they want to reach 3.5 billion by 2026, I believe, which means 13% growth. And looking at that, I decided to not like instantly, but what I did, I was like, okay, I have a lot in Corsair shares. It was my second biggest position. I was down, I don't know how much, I think 35, 36, I don't know. And I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna hold it, but something happened. What happened is Tesla crashed 11% or something. It went to almost under 800, 790 something. Then I was like, no freaking way. You know me, I'm a Tesla bull. I tell you every time, if Tesla crashes, I'm gonna buy more. I looked at my money, I don't have shit. So I looked at Corsair, I was like, okay, that's going 12, 13%. I'm down this amount of money. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna sell almost 60 or 70% of my shares. I think I sold 70% even of my shares in Corsair. I was down $6,000 or something on those 70%. And put it in Tesla, excuse me. So what did I do? That's what I did. I sold 700 something shares, took that money, put it in Tesla, and bought Tesla at $803 or $4. I didn't catch it 790 something because, you know, the market goes up and down, but I went at 800 something, and it's $4. Of course, it rebounded to 900 something dollars. So even though I lost $6,000, I feel like Tesla is more of a growth story for me than Corsair, and I believe in Tesla more than Corsair. And if they're gonna give me more of these opportunities when it comes to Tesla, I'm gonna buy more. So now I have my position in Tesla at 110 shares again, and Corsair I have only 300 something shares at 29, I think, cost price, which is high for a 12-13% growth company. not growth, growth percentage. And Palantir, I did buy more. I'm increasing my Palantir position a lot, and I feel like something has to do with Palantir now that I'm getting at Palantir is that people, because they don't understand the product, they automatically label it as bad. When you don't understand something, we as humans, it's kind of our ego sometimes. It's, when we don't understand something, we just like avoid it, and even if we get like kind of even if we talk about that certain thing that we don't know, we try to make it seem like it's not interesting, even though it might be interesting. It's just because you don't understand it doesn't mean that it's not good. Like, can you tell me someone who has maybe talked like for Amazon, like when it was like a bookstore? Imagine like someone to come to you, Amazon is gonna be a really good thing, and we're gonna go from bookstores to go into the e-commerce business and go into the cloud business. They will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what? Like, bookstore go into this? No, freaking way, it won't happen. And they missed on a lot of things. So I feel like Palantir is the same thing. Of course, Palantir is way more complicated because it's a software, and with software we can't see it as individuals. It's only made to big cap companies. I think maybe small cap companies now as well, where they could see the potential. But how do I evaluate the Palantir voice? By just looking first at their track record, looking at where they were founded, how much impact they made in the government side, and trying to kind of think about that expertise going from government side, trying to make it work for the commercial side, and looking at one thing that is really important. I feel like people it's like imagine there is chaos, right? There is a war going on, and people are trying to hide and stuff, and there is one guy just going by you, and people not looking at that guy. You're just looking at themselves and just afraid. I feel like that's Palantir. It's like going by people, but people are not looking at it. Why? I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go now to the Palantir investor relations, and we're gonna look at something. Boom. Look here. Recent news. We start by year 2020. We go down. Look. Let's look at things that are important here, because I feel like there is a lot of things that goes by people that they don't look at too much. Here's for example, US Army Research Lab selects Palantir Technologies for 91 million. Artificial intelligence and machine learning development. Look at this as well. NCATS awards Palantir Technologies 36 million contract. It's kind of like Palantir Technologies joins the Trinity Challenge. What do you see here? You see partnerships. You see contracts. Palantir Technologies expands FDA partnership with 44 million contract. Army Vantage reaffirms Palantir partnership with 140 million agreement. Palantir continues vital NHS work with 31.5 million contract. And when you go let's now go to 2021, the same thing. It's either new partnerships or extending contracts, which only means one thing. When you extend the contracts many times with millions of dollars worth of contracts, means that the project itself is sticky. So the people who are kind of in partnership with Palantir or using the software, they want to stay with the software. Look here. Expands to Japan business with new 22.5 million contract. Fujitsu Limited signs 8 million contract. Everything is like either partnership, contract. Lauren Friedman joins Palantir board of directors. Okay, this is the Palantir Technologies and Ryu Tinto sign multi-year enterprise partnership. It's just like partnership after partnership after contracts after contracts. IBM Palantir partner to have business easily. Everything like partnerships or contracts. Palantir and 3M expand relationship. Launching ERP suite to deliver cost savings for AWS customers. Everything. Long-term strategic partnership. What does it tell you? It tells you that there's a lot of millions coming, either now or in the future, because we don't know like the terms of those contracts, right? We actually like 400 million, 190 million, 80 million, but we don't know the time frame, right? But we know that people are sticking with the business. We know that they're extending their partnership, their contracts or their partnership with certain industries. We know that they are trying to make it better for the small business as well. And when you look at the earnings are getting better and better and better. Even though they are saying that we're gonna grow at 30% per year. But here is the thing: they said we're gonna grow at least 30% per year. I mean that means like, and when you look at their earnings, they are growing by 37, 40%, 45% revenue growth. So if we just take that 30% as the base case that they're going 30%, we see just by doing that, I think you look at the share price of $30, $35, something like that, and the stock is trading at what, $12, $13 now. I mean, it doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm doing. I'm buying more Palantir shares. I have 1,800 shares of Palantir now. What is my cost price? I think it's 19.2 or 19.5, 19.2. And I think it's $19.2. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna keep on buying. I'm gonna buy until if it stays the same, $12, $11, I will be sure to buy as much as I can and increase my position in Palantir more and more. And hopefully, in long term, it's gonna pay off. So I hope I hope you enjoyed this episode today. I hope you like it. And just, step back, relax, don't think too much about it. If you feel like that you're seeing red in your stocks makes you don't want to invest anymore, just don't look at the least you could do is don't look at your portfolio. But for me, I do look at my portfolio. I do look like the moves I can make with my portfolio, and of course it doesn't affect me that much. I'm not telling that it affects me, but not as much, because I see where I'm coming and I see where I'm going. Recession, crash or not, I don't give two shits. I'm buying. If recession comes 2 years and the Palantir stock is at $5, I'm gonna keep on buying. If Tesla is under 800, 600, 500, we don't know what's gonna happen, I'm gonna buy more. And 2-3 years down the road, 4 years, 5 years down the road, then you can come and talk to me. I hope you're doing good. Stay safe. Bye bye.